Job was a righteous man. He lived in the land of Uz, a prosperous landowner with flocks of sheep, herds of camels and fields of grain. His family was his pride and joy, 7 sons and 3 daughters, the very picture of happiness. Job's heart overflowed with gratitude. He understood that his blessings came from the Almighty. He never failed to show his devotion. Each morning he offered sacrifices, seeking forgiveness for any hidden sin within his household. Job's life was a tapestry woven with threads of faith, family and prosperity. His days unfolded under the bright sun of God's favor. He was a man of integrity, his heart pure, his actions just. Little did he know that a storm was brewing in the heavens, a test of faith unlike any other. High above the earth, in the courts of heaven, a conversation transpired. God, in his infinite wisdom, looked upon Job with pride. "Have you considered my servant Job?" he asked the assembled angels. "There is none like him on earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and shuns evil." Among the angels stood Satan the accuser, his eyes narrowed with cynicism. "Does Job fear God for nothing?" he scoffed. "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? But stretch out your hand and strike all that belongs to him, and he will surely curse you to your face." A wager was set in motion, a test of faith with Job as the subject. God, confident in Job's unwavering devotion, granted Satan permission to test him, but forbade him from harming Job himself. The stage was set for a cosmic drama, a testament to the enduring power of faith in the face of unimaginable suffering. Tragedy struck swiftly, like lightning bolts from a cloudless sky. Messengers arrived, each bearing news more devastating than the last. First, Job's oxen and donkeys were stolen, his servants killed. Then, fire consumed his sheep and the shepherds tending them. Another messenger brought word of a fierce wind that had swept down from the desert, collapsing the house where Job's children were feasting, killing them all. Job was left with nothing but the clothes on his back and the crushing weight of grief. Yet in the face of this unimaginable loss, Job did not waver. He tore his clothes, shaved his head in mourning, and fell to the ground in worship. "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart," he proclaimed. "The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." Job's suffering was far from over. Satan, relentless in his torment, inflicted Job with painful sores that covered his entire body. Job sat among the ashes, scraping his skin with a piece of broken pottery, his body racked with pain. His wife, overwhelmed by their shared grief, urged him, "Curse God and die." 3 friends, hearing of Job's misfortune, came to comfort him. Eliphaz, Bildad and Zophar arrived with words of sympathy on their lips, but judgment in their hearts. They could not fathom that such suffering could befall a righteous man without reason. They accused Job of secret sins, of hidden wickedness that surely had invoked God's wrath. "Remember," Eliphaz declared, "who that was innocent ever perished? Or where were the upright ever destroyed?" Section 5. A Heart Unbroken. Job listened to his friends' accusations, his heart heavy with sorrow and frustration. He knew their words stemmed from their limited understanding of God's ways. "How long will you torture me with your words?" he cried out. "Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. I will surely defend my ways to his face." Job refused to curse God. He clung to his faith even as he questioned the reason for his suffering. "I know that my Redeemer lives," Job declared, his voice filled with conviction, "and that in the end he will stand on the earth. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God." Job's faith, though battered, remained unbroken. He understood that God's ways are higher than human understanding, that suffering could have a purpose beyond human comprehension. As Job and his friends argued, a mighty wind swept across the desert. From the heart of the whirlwind, a voice boomed, powerful and awe-inspiring. It was the voice of God, addressing Job not with condemnation, but with questions that challenged his limited human perspective. "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation?" God asked. "Who shut up the sea behind doors when it burst forth from the womb? Can you bind the chains of the Pleiades? Can you loosen Orion's belt?" God's questions came one after another, each revealing the vastness of creation, the intricacies of the universe, and the limitations of human knowledge. Job, overwhelmed by the presence of God, humbled himself before the Almighty. He realized the audacity of questioning the creator of the universe. "I know that you can do all things," Job confessed. "No purpose of yours can be thwarted." "Surely I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know." Job's perspective shifted. He understood that his suffering, though unbearable, was but a small ripple in the grand tapestry of God's plan. God's purpose was not to punish Job, but to refine him, to demonstrate the depth of his faith. It was a cosmic lesson, not just for Job, but for all humanity. A lesson that suffering is not always a consequence of sin, but an opportunity for growth, for drawing closer to God. Having proven his unwavering faith, Job was showered with God's blessings. His livestock was doubled, his fields overflowed with abundance, and his home was filled with laughter once more. 7 sons and 3 daughters were born to Job, each more beautiful than the last. His wife stood beside him, her heart filled with gratitude. Job lived to see 4 generations of his family thrive and prosper. He died old and full of years, his name forever etched in the annals of history as a testament to the enduring power of faith. The story of Job is a timeless reminder that suffering is an inevitable part of the human experience. It is a story that teaches us that even in the darkest of times, God is present. He sees our pain, hears our cries, and holds us in his loving embrace. Job's legacy is one of unwavering trust in God's goodness, even when his plan is unclear. It is a legacy that challenges us to look beyond our present circumstances and trust in the one who holds our future in his hands. For in the end, it is our faith tested and refined by fire that will see us through.